The 50 has finally come to an end. We got our last crop of players, and with that comes the free pack to pick any of the final group of the first team 50. Let's take a look at that pack, what we're going to select, and how we can make some coins off this latest release. Let's jump in right now. What's good, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy Rob, aka Roboto. So today for the 50, the final release of the 50, as we are expecting. I don't believe we'll get any more, but we have 50 players now. It's week 15. It's all done. It's over with. Now, there was a little scare earlier in the afternoon as far as when and how we were going to get this Nat pack. If it was capped at 95, there's a little misprint in EA's missions, which is unfortunate because me and other people always say, check your missions, and then you check the missions and it's not exactly what it should be. But we'll jump into that and all the good stuff coming with the 50 and who we're gonna pick for our free card. If you know me, I think you know I'm gonna select anyway. But before we jump into all that, I just wanna let you know, if you are new here, I appreciate you for stopping by. If you'd be so kind as to hit the subscribe button down below, notification bell right next to it, you get notified anytime I'm live with brand new content. Also, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up if you like what you see, if you like the 50 program in whole and in its entirety, and if you also like the options we got for this week: Kevin Mawai, Barry Sanders, Lawrence Taylor. And in the comment section down below, let me know which player are you picking for your free 50 selection. Let's jump right in. All right, so if you have been doing your 50 solos all through the year, you should have everything you need right now to earn the week 15 stacked player. Now, here's the deal. Do not go into a tizzy. We're gonna get this out of the way right now. This right here, if you look under week 15, stacked player from week 15, it says 100 stars in the weekly 50 to get your choice of any 91 to 95 overall Nat stacked player from the 50. Okay, you see that and you get scared, right? I did, I know a lot of people did. You panic, and I understand why you would panic, because the deal was, if you go check the solos here, and we'll check the solos out, the deal was that if you go do the solos, you did everything you needed for the solos, that at the end of it all, once you completed all the missions, right down here, you were gonna get Nat stack player weeks 8 through 15. Now, there are no overalls listed on this, right? Just weeks 8 through 15, but 8 through 15 does give us these Barry Sanders, Kevin Mawai, Lawrence Taylor, and last week's set here, Vic, Moss, and Dion. And they're not 95s, they're 96s indeed, right? So everybody's freaking out internally and externally, both in Discords and Twitch chats and everything, because we're trying to figure out what the heck actually happened. What happened to our deal? What happened here? We grinded all these solos and got everything done, and this is how you're treating us? Basically, we had to wait till somebody finished the solos, and it was confirmed, and I'll show you guys this in the video as well. It was confirmed, and by the way, if you got this pack, I hope you held it. We talked about this last night on stream. And if you haven't checked me out on stream, twitch.tv R0BATO. Stream links in the description. We're going live shortly after this video is published, and hopefully Twitch will be back up and working. But basically here, as long as you finish the solos through week 15, you should get this pack, okay? Now, it says Nat 8 through 15 stacked player fantasy pack for the 50. They are Nats, But as you see right here, there's Barry, there's Mawai, there's LT, there's all the 96s here. Now, here's the question of the day, the question that is on everybody's mind. Who do I pick? Now, the question and the answer, I think at the end of the day, is up to you, right? The who should you pick, who should you get is a individual question that needs to be answered on your own, okay? That's what I would say first off the bat. Now, in terms of who should you pick, who am I gonna pick? I'm picking LT, right? For multiple reasons. Number one, Giants fan, obviously. Number two, he's going to be on my lineup all year long, right? He's going to be there. I already have him all the way powered up, also number three. And he's going to be there for me the entire year, okay? Now, the other option I could consider here is Barry Sanders. Now, the thing with Barry, though, is yes, he does get all the team chems, but he does not have a training bypass in his power-up, okay? So you don't have Barry's 93, it's been confirmed. People have checked this out. I'll include a screenshot too from the power-up progression from Barry. But it has been confirmed that he does not get a training bypass, much like Kurt Warner did last year. Now, is that to say that EA won't add it later on or when they come back from holiday break? I don't know. They have done similar things like that in the past, but the one thing I do want to make note of is that special sets or special cards that come out of certain situations have gotten a training bypass before, right? So think about Cam Jordan, the Cauldron player from Most Feared. Cam Jordan got a training bypass. Think about the NFL Epics as well. I believe Ronnie Lott, AP, those guys who are in the NFL Epics, they also have a training bypass too when they're power-up. So it's kind of weird for EA not to do that for Barry, right? But with the Barry not getting the training bypass, it does something to his value now. His card value is going up, and with that, those Barry sets, all those cards in there, not the MasterCard themselves, but the golds needed to complete the set, that could be something worth profiting. We'll check that out in a little bit. All that's to say though, you know, Randy Moss is an incredibly good card. Deion Sanders is an incredibly good card. Larry Allen, it's a lineman. You usually don't want to pay for linemen, but you know, it's the best right guard in the game. Sean Taylor, probably the best free safety in the game. He's somebody I've heavily been considering. I might just end up doing a set just to get him and do something with Megatron, but point being is Sean Taylor, insanely good. Mike Allstott, similar to a lineman, you know, set it, forget it type deal. You pick him, he's on your lineup, he's in your team, he's the best fullback in the game, right? Gronk, no, just no. Vic, if you like Michael Vick, I guess, right? I'm just not sold on Vic this year. I just don't see it. He's a scrambler archetype. It's a weird archetype. I could just see him overthrowing and missing passes. It's just not great, which is a shame because he should be great, but it's just not. You know, there's better options, I think, at quarterback. Kevin Mawai. Again, same thing with lineman. Best center in the game. You just set it, forget it right there. You will need his power up though if you want to switch his team chems. I believe Titans theme teams. Mike Allstott, for example, here doesn't have any other teams. So I mean, getting a power up for him will kind of be pointless. Julius Peppers is a really good defensive end. If you picked him, I wouldn't be mad. But the thing is that LT is a little bit better. So I don't think you have to actually like do anything too crazy as far as making a decision between the two. I think if you had to pick a pass rusher, I'd pick LT. Devin Hester isn't bad, but it's just like there's better receivers already, right? With Moss. So Aaron Rodgers though, improviser archetype, low key, a very good quarterback. I wouldn't be upset with you if you actually picked this card as your free one. I mean, it's not a bad choice. Aaron Rodgers is very good. Ray Lewis, please don't pick a linebacker. Leckler, please don't pick a punter. I mean, if you really need it, if you really need it, I guess he's a similar in the fullback vein of you pick it and don't worry about it for the rest of the year. But no, Megatron's very good, but he's just low overall, 93, excuse me, and his speed just isn't there for him. There's other receiver options that are better, particularly Randy Moss, and Devin Hester's a little bit faster. Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp's been on my team for a while. He's solid. I just wouldn't pick him though. Sebastian Nikowski, similar to the Leckler pick there. You know, just set it there. You have the best kicker in the game, and he's there chilling. Although that Bass card that came out is kind of nasty too. That Zero Chill kicker from the Bills. So Adrian Peterson. I mean, we got Barry, right? Darrell Revis. Sure, but I mean, looking back on it, is he the last corner? No, Deion's there. So I mean, I guess if you really need Revis. Dwight Freeney's a good pass rusher, but there's other better pass rushers than him. Finneran, please God, no. Champ Bailey, yeah, I mean, I'd pick Revis. I pick every other corner over him. Ed Reed, very good, but he's like the first 93 here. You can get him for pretty cheap right now, probably like 160K. So I'd suggest hanging out in this range here. Everything from, I'd say, Aaron Rodgers up is worth it. Except for probably Gronk and Mike Vick, unless you really want Vic. Allstott, it's on the fringe as well. But you know, a guy like Larry Allen, just set it, forget. Mawai set and forget, and now you're just operating with some real talent here. Whether that's Peppers, Hester, Rodgers, Sean Taylor, Deion Sanders, Randy Moss, LT, and Barry Sanders. But for me, I'm gonna pick LT. That's not bars, that's just facts, and I'm gonna be very happy about it. We're gonna throw him in the power progression as well and see what he is about there. But Lawrence Taylor is coming to the squad. Welcome, big LT. We love to see it. We do love to see it. And I also have these series 1 and 2 Redux fantasy packs. We might do something with that to make some coins if we really need it. Break glass in case of emergency type deal. So before we go on more, I just want to check out the sets here real quick for the 50. I'm going to jump right in. It's the same sets that we've gotten, 32 86s. The 86s are going for about 35K. Holy moly. They are up there in price. So if you got the opportunity to make them and sell them, by all means, I would suggest doing that. So 32 of those guys is going to get you the top card, the master card there, and his power up as well. So keep that in mind there, especially if you are building out those 86s. It's going to be a nice pretty penny. Let's go ahead and check out the cards, see what we got. Obviously, we have LT already picked out, but Barry, we're going to check him out first since he's already open here. And it's the funny thing is too, it's like, you know, his 93 overall is actually more expensive than his new 90, his 96, right? So let's check this out real quick just to confirm, right, the prices. So this is all the 86s. Right here is his first 96 at under 400K, and his card right here is at 850 on the standard Barry market. I mean, it's incredible to me. So let's go ahead and check his card out right here, the 96. Arguably the best running back in the game. Obviously 94 speed, 97 excel, 97 agility. He's 5'8", 203. It's a little short and stocky, but 90 carry, he's a little bit low, but obviously he goes on every theme team. So a lot of these stats are getting boosted up depending on how big or strong your theme team is. So Barry's just going to be a beast. I mean, he's going to be annoying to go up against. I'm sure people are going to be hella glitchy with him for one reason or another. He's just out and about the best running back for not only statistically, but everything that he brings to the table as far as being the Theme Diamonds master, and you're gonna get every team chem on him. So he's a monster. He's a monster. So Barry there for 96 overall. We'll go ahead and check out LT and Mawai as well. All right, so here's Kevin Mawai. He's a little bit under 400K, about 375 to the 399 range. So not too horrible for him, but obviously you need the power up to make him worth anything here. But 93 strength, 96 awareness, 94 pass block, 92 pass block power, 95 pass block finesse, 96 run block, 95 run block power, 96 run block finesse. He is end game. He is end game center. If there ever was one. But obviously, again, it's a center, so I wouldn't sweat too much about it. And we'll go check out Lawrence Taylor. I believe they have him right outside linebacker, right? Yeah, right outside linebacker. LT here is about almost a little under 600K actually. He's kind of expensive right now in comparison to the others. So we can compare him obviously to my other Lawrence Taylor, but let's just compare him to himself. 92 speed, 95 excel, 91 strength, 91 tackle, 90 play rec, 91 block shed, 95 power move, 92 finesse move. Another guy who's pretty much end game here. He's gonna get boosted like crazy on my squad with some Giants chems and some other things like Brawler and such. So LT is a monster as expected. So we'll check out the options in the store here. Just a couple more things to end things out. The solos that we also checked out earlier, obviously those solos are easy, just 1 star. There are 3 full games in there, so you know, prepare for that, prepare accordingly. 50 fantasy pack week 15. We'll buy this real quick. I'm gonna be streaming later on. We'll probably rip a bundle on there just because we want to see if we can get a little lucky in the last week of the 50 to celebrate. That excited me for a moment there. But yeah, I mean, besides that, the 50 release is pretty much the same as it has been. The one thing I do want you guys to take note of too is going to be the sets for some of these cards. Come on, give me a big one. The sets for some of these cards, in particular, the Team Diamond sets, right? The Theme Diamonds, all those good guys there. There's an 86 Barry Sanders, and these 86s too are selling for a pretty penny, about like 30K or so. So there's opportunity to make some coins. I mean, there's very much opportunity to make some coins here. Like I said here, in the Team Affinity, Team Diamonds, the main set here, the guy that you want is Barry Sanders, obviously, but there are cards that go into the sets, these smaller sets that you're gonna need to fill out. Now, as I have been doing all year with the Gap, I just been filling out these Team Diamond sets with cards, and some of them I sold off, right? We did Rich Gannon set, see you later. Mo Lewis, didn't even worry about it. We did Justin Smith, we did his set, see ya. Same thing with Troy Vincent. Frederick was a little expensive for a while, so I did his set, got him out of there. Adrian Wilson, I still have in my team. I probably shouldn't have finished his set, but it is what it is. Jimbo, we already got. So it's just an example of what you can do to make some coins, right? That's just something that I've been doing pretty much for the last couple weeks, just filling these up. And now I have most of them about over halfway full. So that's just one thing I'm doing to make coins right there. And the other thing I'm trying to do here to make coins is in the 50, if you scroll down and you go here to the 86 Fresh Exchange, it's 17 cards here, but all you need is 5 80s and then 12 77 and 79s. If the math works correctly, if you buy the 80s for under about 1,500 and you buy the 77 79s for under about I think it was 1,000 coins, something like that, you can make some pretty solid profit off that. So it's just some things to keep in mind there as we go ahead and plow through the 50. So let's check some of these prices out real quick for some of these that go into sets. Yeah, that's a 4K gold right there. Quentin Dunbar, right? He goes into the set, I believe, for the Seahawks. He should, at least, right? Yeah, so Max Strong. So we can go ahead and list him here for 4K. He should sell pretty handsomely. The thing is too is that people are just going to try to do these sets, man. They're going to try to do these sets, try to do the sets. I just sold Barry right there for 700,000 coins. So that's a good profit for me getting Barry. I've had him the whole year. Look at this Gabe Jackson, 24,000 coins, man. I mean, it's just kind of ridiculous. It's kind of double-sided here for him, right? Because he's in the Rich Gannon set, and he's also going to be a part that is for the Barry set. You know what I mean? So while for others, they're going to sell that for that ridiculous amount, I mean, I'm ready to make the coins right now. I probably spent at the most 1,000 or 2 to try to get that card, whether it was through an exchange set all the way up or whatever the case may be. So I'm not going to sit here and try to sweat it too much and try to negotiate and do anything crazy with that. But here's Taysom Hill right here, 71. I mean, he's a 71, but he's selling for almost 1,500 coins, man. So that's like tripling your profit. I don't know, guys. There's a lot of opportunities to make coins if you just use the brain a little bit and go ahead and work the market in the way you need to. Look at that. That card I just listed for 15K just sold. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind, guys. There's a lot of opportunity to make coins. Another good thing to make coins too is theme teams, right? So Barry gets all theme teams, obviously, but a guy like Kevin Mawai is going to be a Titans theme teamer, I believe, with the Jets as well. And LT is only Giants theme team, but you know, Giants theme team got a lot of boost in the last couple weeks as far as what cards they got added to the team. So a lot of those cards that are on those theme teams, you should always check the theme teams out, see who's actually on it, the best cards in it. A lot of those cards could be a little bit of a profit. So keep that in mind here too as well. You might find yourself selling some cards and making some coins off some little cards that people really aren't thinking about, right? There's a couple options to make coins, guys. You can use your brains and we can do this all together and have a good time with it, all right? So that's gonna be it for the video. Hope everybody has a good time selecting the 50 card that they want. Also, I hope everybody has a happy new year and I hope to see you later on in stream. Catch you next time. Peace out.